Hey y'all, it's Goma. I'm just sitting out on my back deck and thought I would like to talk to you for a minute. It's been, you know, I hope you guys are doing well. Today has me in, some major reflection um, because 9/11 and it being the 20th anniversary. I don't I don't know about you. I mean, I know everyone was affected by it if you're old enough. But 9/11 really, I don't know, kind of set something off in me. And I had a really tough time with it. And not for any direct reason. I didn't think I had any ties to New York or, um, you know, I had been to the World Trade Center only one time, and but I didn't have a conscious connection with it, and when it happened, my son, my second child, my son, was 11 days old, and that was the first day of preschool for my daughter, and my first day at home. That's the moon. You can't see it good, but it's beautiful. It's kind of like a peach color tonight. Anyway, so it was my first day at home with both kids, or kind of the day that I had to get back into, um, you know, being a mom, and not that I had been, just being able to concentrate on the baby. But, I was going to have to kind of pick up the routine that day. And I took my daughter to preschool and dropped her off. And on the way home, this is back when you had people, all there was a radio. And they were talking about on the radio about what was happening. And I thought it was a joke. I thought, like what was it they did a long time ago about the aliens landing on the radio? I thought they were doing something like that. I mean, I thought it was a joke. Well, I went inside and I had left the TV on in the living room when I left, and I sat down on the couch and got the baby out of his little carrier. And sure enough, that was happening. And it really, really freaked me out. I mean, not in a like I'm afraid for my life kind of way, but in a way like nothing's ever going to be the same. And I knew it then. I knew that. And, the days that followed, I was hypnotized by it. And I could not, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't anything. I sat up all day and all night watching the coverage of it, and the replays and the interviews and the phone calls, and I mean, I don't know how long I went on like that, but I was greatly impacted by it. And I'm not entirely sure why, although it's something I've really been, seeking on today, like what that was about in my life. And that's what I've been trying to do generally, is all these different things that are, coming up in my life, and I'm trying to put them in perspective and figure out what they mean, in the grand scheme of things, and just trying to, put the puzzle together. And I never knew I was so analytical, but evidently I am. Um, evidently I am. There, somebody's car lights. And, anyway, so that's what's happening with me. I don't know. I haven't really talked a lot with anybody else. I don't know what's going on with you guys. I know the volume is turned way up on everything, and I'm, in terms of what is happening in the world, I just can't. I can't get wrapped up in it. I just can't, because I have so many other things going on, like just inside my own mind and my own heart, and trying to focus on that. Trying to figure the whole thing out. So it's been it's been hard. It's been really hard, and I had no idea this whole awakening thing. I had really no idea what all I was in for, and it's a strange thing. I'll just be going through my day, and something will just hit me like a truth bomb, like, here's the truth about this, and it'll be it'll be something that I'm like, why did I not see it back then? Why, how did I never think of that? Or, why did I never look at it that way? And generally what I've found out, and this is generally, is absolutely nothing I've ever believed is true. I mean, nothing. Everything that I thought was true about the world, the media, my life, the way things actually are, what something means. I mean, you could pick anything, and it's absolutely untrue. Everything that I've ever believed. I'm to the point where I'm pretty sure that there's not even a world, like, that we're not even really here, and that it's all, truly a dream. I'm really literally waiting on the sky to roll up, because nothing that I've ever thought was true is. And when those things hit me, and I'm sure many of you can relate, it can just floor you, like, it's just devastating when you realize everything you think is a lie. Everything. And what do you do with that? What do you do with that when you find out that even alternative news, it's a lie. And what do you do with that? I don't know. I really don't know what you do beyond that. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk to y'all, see how you got through 9/11, if it was a big deal to you or not. I've kind of relived it today. I mean, I didn't spend all day watching things about it, but I did watch, you know, my share. And, I did let it, I did feel it again. I just felt it again the way that I felt back then. And why it impacted me to the degree that it did. I mean, same thing with when Princess Diana was killed. Oh, I was devastated by that, and I didn't care anything about the royal family. I didn't keep up with that. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't, nothing. I mean, that was not, I've never been, up until, 3 or 4 years ago, I've never even known what is going on in politics and in the world. I've never even paid attention at all to that stuff. I mainly just focused on like my direct life, my family, my kids, my whatnot, and never even considered, caring anything about Prince Charles or whatever. But when she died, I had the same reaction. Like it was like a 9/11 for me. And I thought I would never get over it. I was pregnant with my daughter. I either pregnant, no, I was pregnant with her. And it was horrible to me. I was just, I watched all the news coverage and all the specials about it and everything I could find to keep, look into that. And I was just hypnotized by that too. And which I hadn't even thought about this in many years, but the OJ thing, that whole murder, I was, that was same thing. I was mesmerized by that. And in fact, we had gone on vacation with my whole family. And it's the first time that I ever went on vacation with my first husband. We weren't married yet, and we weren't even engaged, I don't think, but he went with us and ended up being, we got down there, and whatever hurricane that wasn't supposed to hit us, but it did. It came toward where we were, and we had to evacuate and drive all the way back to, it was hours and hours we had to drive back before we could find a hotel. And it was a dramatic week. And then once we decided to go back there, because it was the first night we got there. So the hurricane came through and our place was okay. So we went back the next day. And then it poured rain the whole week because of, literally you couldn't go out at all, like to the beach or anything. And we all sat inside and watched the OJ thing. That's when that happened. So, just weird. I don't know what it all means, but really everything means something. If you pay attention, every single thing means something and is lining up with something. We generally don't see it. We don't hear it. We don't. We're not in. I guess you're not in a headspace where you can hear that kind of thing. But when you are, everything that happens. Every flicker of the candle is tied to something else that, it's all a big, I don't know if you want to call it a web, something like that. It's all a big web of interconnection, and something you said 3 years ago is impacting what's happening tomorrow, or things like that. It's just incredible, the way this reality works, when you're looking at it. So it's anyway. It's just amazing, really, and that's kind of why I've not had a whole lot to say. Is it's I'm really having to go step by step, piece by piece, and I'll look at one piece and then I'll find out, oh, look there, that was a lie, and that was a lie, and that was a lie. And I'm getting to the point where, I realize everything was a lie. And what are you what are you left with? I don't know what you're left with if everything's a lie. And it's painful, it's painful to realize that the life you think you're living, the life you think you've led, everything is likely not true. And it brings back to me what the Spirit showed me a while back about love is all there is. And I believe that even more now that I realize none of this is real, It's not real, because like the Spirit told me, the love is all that's real. That's all there really is, and anything that isn't love isn't true. And that takes a lot of things off the table. I mean, really, because love is all that there is. Everything else is a lie. It's a dream. It's fake. And every day I wrap my head around that a little bit more, accept that a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'm not really even sure, if I'm here or not. I'm not even sure. I'm not. I'm to the point where this one guy that he does like weather reports and space weather and different things like that, and he'll say anything is possible in Bizarro world. And you know what? That's true, because that's really, anything is possible. Anything. Because everything else around us isn't true. So anything can happen next. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, when it's all distilled down, love is what you carry with you. Love is the only thing that you can increase on the inside and then take with you, become more of. Because all the other has to fall away. It isn't true. It can't go forward. And so it really puts the focus on, it's truly all about love. And the other big lesson is when you see how interconnected, when you can, and this is true, I can think a thought and I'll get an answer in some form. In some form, something will give me the answer almost immediately sometimes. And that shows how interconnected everything is, how it's all a big tapestry, and we are all connected inside that, because my connection with you is tethered together, and your connection with another, and all three of us, our connection, are tethered together. And how many ever, we're all tethered together that way, and that's what holds this world together. It's what holds everything together. And I guess that's what we're here to learn. So, hey, I love you guys. I hope you've had a great Saturday. Thank you guys thank you for all the kindness and the love, and I feel your love, and I feel the strength, and just the energy, and the love is the only way the only word I can use. Your love for me is the most precious thing in the world. And I mean that. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for everything you do and everything you say. Bye, guys.